cookies for Santa. Snow drifted softly outside, while the scent of baking cookies filled the cozy apartment. A Christmas episode of Bob's Burgers played on the TV, adding a cheerful soundtrack to Cora's Sunday tradition. Humming along to the music, she hauled the Christmas tree and decorations out of her closet. Setting up the tree was always her first step. "Can't trim the tree without setting it up first," she joked to herself. Just as she began untangling the lights, the timer beeped. Her cookies were ready. Cora hurried into the kitchen, opening the oven to reveal a tray of perfectly golden sugar cookies. She couldn't wait to frost them and share with her coworkers tomorrow. This was her favorite part of the holidays, decorating her apartment and baking festive treats. She carefully set the cookies on the cooling rack and returned to the living room to start on the tree lights. Her favorite character on the show broke into a ridiculous song, and Cora sang along loudly and off-key. It didn't matter. No one was there to hear her. Crash! Cora jolted, her heart skipping a beat. She rushed back to the kitchen, worried that her cat had knocked the cookie tray off the counter. But when she arrived, there was no sign of the cat. Instead, a large man in a red suit stood in the middle of her kitchen. He held one of her freshly baked cookies in one hand, and a shattered glass lay on the floor at his feet. "What the hell?" Cora gasped, more stunned than scared. "Who are you, and what are you doing in my house?" The man grinned sheepishly, crumbs clinging to his beard. "It's Christmas time," he said, as though that explained everything. Cora blinked. "What?" "You left cookies out," he continued. "I assumed they were for me." "What?" she repeated, her voice rising with disbelief. "No, they're not for you. Get out of my house." The man's grin faltered. "Why?" he asked, sounding genuinely puzzled. Cora backed away, eyeing her phone charging on the counter. She reached for it, her hand trembling. "Don't why me. Get out before I call the police." The man frowned deeply. "You really don't know who I am, do you?" "Are you insane?" she snapped. "No, I don't know who you are. Now leave." He sighed, looking almost disappointed. "I'm Santa." Cora scoffed. "The hell you are." He nodded earnestly. "No, really, I am." "Bullshit!" she spat, grabbing a knife from the block on the counter. She frantically punched in the numbers on her phone. 9-1. Before she could finish, her phone flew from her hand, straight into the stranger's grasp. Cora's jaw dropped. Did he just do that? "I told you, I'm Santa," he said calmly, slipping her phone into his pocket. "Santa isn't real, you lunatic. Give me back my phone," she shouted, clutching the knife tighter. "No way. You're going to call the cops on Santa?" he asked, his tone incredulous. "That's just rude. And you didn't even make these cookies for me." "They're not for you," she yelled. "I didn't make them for anyone but my friends. Now get out of my house before I make you leave." Santa's expression darkened. "You know," he said quietly, "that wasn't very nice." Cora's hand shook, but she refused to back down. "I don't care. You broke into my house. You stole my cookies. Get out!" He sighed, as though disappointed. "I'm going to have to punish you for this, you know." "What?" she snapped, feeling a cold wave of fear wash over her. You can't be serious." The knife in her hand suddenly jerked out of her grip, freezing in midair. It hovered there, inches from the man's face. Cora's fear turned into a flash of pride. She'd thrown it perfectly, aimed right for his head, but instead of hitting its mark, the knife floated, defying gravity. Cora's eyes widened. This couldn't be real. None of this could be real. The man, Santa, tilted his head, his eyes narrowing. "That was very naughty," he said. Slowly, the knife spun in the air, turning its blade towards her. Cora took a step back, bumping into the counter. What are you doing?" she stammered. "You can't treat Santa like this," he said calmly. "All you had to do was say the cookies were for me. You would have lived a little longer." Before she could scream, the knife shot forward. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one.